Hey, what's going on, guys? So I haven't posted a video here in a while, mainly because the stock market and really finance in general has been pretty boring. There hasn't been much to talk about. The stock market's been giving us good, consistent gains the past 2 months, doing what it's supposed to do. And, obviously there's no secret to investing, so let's just let it ride, right? Until maybe last week, we got some pretty rough unemployment numbers Thursday or Friday at 4.3%, and that it definitely shook an already shaken, kind of rocky market, if you will. We've had a couple down weeks back to back, and those unemployment numbers certainly didn't help. So the reason I'm making this video is because a lot of people are saying the 2024 recession is finally here. We've been waiting on a serious recession for roughly 2 years, ever since Jerome Powell started raising the interest rates early 2022. My thing with that is, it's been, roughly 2 years or a year and a half since we really started seeing those higher interest rates, those high mortgage rates, those high auto loan rates. Obviously the credit card rates are terrible. But I've always heard, and Jerome will tell us this, but, higher interest rates takes a good amount of time to reach, from Wall Street to Main Street. And by Main Street, he means people like you and I, the small business owners, the everyday Americans that pay bills, that go to work every day. It takes a while for it to affect us. And the reason for that is because we're not buying a new car every month. We're not buying a new house every year. So it takes some time to really trickle down and hit Main Street America hard. And I believe we're just now seeing this. So I'm not sure about your area, but down here on the Gulf Coast, I see less and less people in restaurants. I see more and more people posting things for sale on Facebook Marketplace. I'm seeing better deals on brand new cars. House prices have been cut back. They're sticking on the market longer. I'm definitely seeing those higher interest rates hit Main Street America. I'm not sure about your area, but I mean, you'll go to a local restaurant at lunchtime on a Friday and it's normally packed, and now you can just walk right in. People are definitely tightening their budget. They're thinking about every dollar that goes out. I do believe the higher interest rates are just now hitting Main Street America, and this could be pretty detrimental going forward. So another reason I wanted to make this video is because I pulled up futures earlier, the stock market futures, and they're very much red. I even saw a headline saying that Japan is down 7% because it's already Monday over there, which is terrible. So right now the S&P is down 1.33%. The futures, crypto has been just absolutely terrible in 2 weeks. Ethereum's down 15%. That hurts my heart. But Bitcoin is down to 55,000. Wow. Yeah. So it almost seems like the smart people know something we don't. But like I said, it's in front of our faces. People are hurting because of interest rates. Inflation is still out there. Groceries are terrible. I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom, but this may be a really good opportunity to work as hard as you can, maybe buy some assets, buy stocks a little bit cheaper. They're still up on the year, but this could be a good buying opportunity for some investors out there. And I was also doing a little quick research before I made this video about unemployment. In 2008, 2009, the highest unemployment got was 10%. Obviously, during the virus, it probably got higher than that, but that's a little bit different. So we're at only 4.3% right now. So if it were to go back up to the 2008, 2009 highs, that could be terrible for everybody, for huge companies, for local business owners. I mean, I certainly hope that's not the case, but it makes me think that, hey, maybe I should raise some cash. Maybe I should start saving more money just in case. You never know when you're going to lose your job. You always need a backup plan. But I have seen businesses in my area close. I've seen big furniture chains announce they're closing last week. It's not looking good. And I hate to say doom and gloom, but like I said, make sure you have that emergency fund, because if this is a recession, who knows how high unemployment could go? Who knows how many businesses could be affected by this? And one of the things that really I think about, the Fed's raised rates from 0% to 5.5%, 5.25% over the past 2 years. My wife was actually asking me this as well. Is it too late to do something? Like if Jerome Powell, lowered interest rates next month in September, 50 basis points or 0.5%, is that even enough? To save the economy, to save the businesses, to save the average Joe Americans? You know, I don't think so, because obviously, you know, it takes so long for higher interest rates to affect people like you and I, and that's going to be the same with lower interest rates. My only hope is, you know, if you were to lower interest rates 50 basis points, maybe 100 basis points, and one or two hits before the end of the year, maybe that will really push businesses to go out to borrow money to want to expand and hire more people. I don't know how fast it's going to bounce back, but it took so long for the economy to be affected by higher interest rates to shrink, basically. How long is it going to take for it to expand with lower interest rates? It's going to be really interesting to figure that out. You know, this is different from 2008. There's not a housing crisis here. Yes, they're expensive, but they're not writing bad loans. The mortgage underwriting is still pretty strict. They've gotten lenient in some areas, but for the most part, we're not doing the ninja loans anymore, right, from 2008 and 2007. So the catalyst is strictly just inflation and higher rates. Has the Fed been successful with lowering inflation? Yeah, but I just bought groceries for the week and it was like $200. That's crazy. So I really don't think they were successful with lowering inflation. We're still seeing high home prices and vehicle prices, and yes, things are slowing down, but man, if they lower interest rates here, if they have to do the 100 basis point decrease, you know, next month or before the end of the year, man, that could really shoot up inflation even higher and just wreck this economy. Again, I'm not trying to be a bear here, I'm not trying to be super negative, but it's a really interesting time, because I think the Fed acted too late on inflation. They should have been, you know, raising interest rates for the past 10 years very slowly. Instead, they had to do it all at one time. It's really interesting. Please just, you know, do your research, learn from this. I remember I started investing in 2008, 2009. Very weird time, but you know, just looking back at all the little mini recessions and pullbacks in the stock market, this and that, I've learned so much. So it's really interesting going forward. I don't want to see people lose their job or lose their home, anything like that, but learn from these times, because it can be really beneficial down the road. And you know, like even Dave Ramsey says, you know, the best time to buy something is when it's on sale. And you know, by the look of last week in the S&P 500 and the stock futures currently, stocks are somewhat on sale. So anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. I know it was kind of sporadic, not planned, anything like that, but I just want to make a video and for the look ahead of the market this week, and just get people to research and get people to think about what's happening in the United States economy right now. Anyway, I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.